Something very exciting is happening right now. I will go so far as saying it is a monumental event in the renovation. As we speak, the drywall is being delivered. It is bright and early on a Monday morning. Drywall is about to go in. The guys are moving it upstairs as we speak. We're putting drywall on the ceiling first because you always work top down when you're installing drywall. That avoids mucking up the drywall you've already installed as you install in more. Okay. Who cut that? Who cut that one? So when things happen fast, they happen fast, and it just puts a smile on my face. For all the haters who said we couldn't do a bedroom without windows and skylights wouldn't be enough, you just gotta walk in here. It is just so bright and nice, even light. The light is bouncing off of the white walls that's going in, and the more drywall goes in, the brighter it gets, and the happier I am with my decision to roll the dice on this idea. We are back for day 2 of drywall. It's early again. I'm not a morning person naturally, but I'm on these guys' schedule. Make no mistake. So we've actually got 6 guys here today, 2 crews of 3. So you got the first crew is finishing off the ceiling, and then the second crew is actually starting on the walls in the areas where the ceiling has already gone in. Gotta get a pair of those stilts. Those things look handy. So when they got a crew, they got guys who are cutting everything down, cutting it to size. Guy on the stilts can just access the whole wall really easily, do the whole top section without having to climb up and down a ladder. Makes everything go much faster. So there's a little framing still to do as we're putting in drywall to put in the soffit all the way around the studio here, and that'll kind of tie into the ceiling in the hallway. I'm actually not sure why we saved that part of the framing for now after the drywall started. I'll have to ask the drywall contractor about that and report back once I get an explanation for why that is. This thing on? Can you see me? Can you see me? What's up, dudes and dudettes? Mike Venom here, rockin', here to tell you about this video's bitchin' sponsor, Keeps. Did you know 2 out of 3 dudes are gonna experience male pattern baldness by the time they're 35? No way, man! That's right, but you can do something about it now. You just get online, chat with one of Keeps' doctors, and have them hook you up with some of that FDA-approved medicine. You don't even have to go to a doctor's office or pharmacy or anything lame like that. You can just place the order while you're chilling in your hot tub. That means you got way more time for partying, dude. Did I mention that Keeps is so rad? They've got the only 2 FDA-approved medicines for hair loss treatment. So if you guys want some amazing, beautiful hair like Mike Venom's, you gotta get over to keeps.com/Medustrial or hit up that link in the description below and you'll get 50% off your first order. Party time, man. All right, let's get back to this rockin' video. Day 3 of drywall. I was up late editing and got here at about 9:30. Let's head up and see what they're doing. Not too much done, mostly just prep so far. Didn't miss too much. The last couple days, they were just working their way down the side with the bedrooms on it, doing ceiling and then walls. Now they're moving over to the hallway, and then they'll do the other side with the laundry room, bathrooms, and storage closet. So this morning we got one set of guys working on the soffit in the studio. The other crew is at the far end of the floor, starting on the other side of the hallway.
Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
I'm gonna jump in real quick here with a safety note. I know the guys are not wearing masks in this video and they're doing the drywall. I offered them masks. They said the drywall dust gives them strength. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. It doesn't. If you're doing drywall at home, do as I say, not as they do. Wear a mask. It's becoming increasingly difficult for me to film them without just being entirely in their way. At the beginning, I was able to put the camera in between the studs on one side of the hall while they were working on the other side of the hall. Now we got walls, and it is not as easy to film them. They're being super nice, they're not complaining, but I can tell, you know, I'm kind of getting in their way. Basically, what I'm trying to say is those last small rooms on the other side, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get the drywall going in there. So I'll circle back on the powder room, the laundry room, the guest bathroom, and the storage closet when they're done. The product we're using on the ceiling and walls in the bathroom, guys just call it blue board, but it's a special mold and moisture resistant gypsum board. Now, normally I've always used like a cement board before in bathrooms. I'm actually gonna have to go look and see if I can get more info on that. So we actually have a couple of little things the plumber and electrician need to get in to do in that master bath. So we're gonna leave that last section open. We'll close it off obviously once those guys get in here and finish up what they need to do. It's just amazing the transformation. Even though all the walls still need to be mudded and evened out, it just looks a lot different. A lot different. So you might have noticed the guys using this drywall screw gun. So RIDGID also sent this to me, hooked it up. It's a pretty cool tool. You got the strip of screws that feeds right in, and you can just bang, bang, bang. I mean, you can just fly. So it is Saturday here. Everyone's upstairs working. We got a masonry crew here as well as the drywallers. They're making a big hole in the back wall to put in a window. And I'll be showing that in a future video. Right now, let's head upstairs, check out what the drywallers are doing. They're starting to tape and mud all the seams in the drywall and make all the drywall just look seamless and smooth and ready for paint. We're heading into the master bathroom now. They're about to put some durock in there. It's a cement board that is really good in areas that there's gonna be moisture or water like a bathroom. Working with durock is similar to working with drywall. You can cut it with a utility knife, a little bit more finicky, like it just doesn't cut as smooth. And then instead of using just drywall tape, you're gonna use an alkali resistant fiber tape. And instead of joint compound, you're gonna use a latex reinforced mortar mix. I wanted to follow up on the blue board now and talk about where you use blue board and where you use durock or cement board. In a bathroom, all the surfaces should be done with something that's at least moisture resistant. A gypsum or drywall product like blue board that has a mold and moisture resistant paperback layer. It's fine on the ceilings and the walls, any place that's not going to be repeatedly and directly exposed to water. In the showers, however, you absolutely want to use a cement board like durock. You just can't use blue board or any gypsum-based product in a shower. Over time, the water is going to get in there and start disintegrating the wall. For obvious reasons, you don't want your wall to disintegrate. They're just cutting out the hole in the durock for the shower niche in the master. RIDGID just took me up with this 3-inch multi-material saw. It's got a little drywall blade, which I think will cut through the durock awesome as well. So I decided to jump in, so let me try and see what we can do. It is day 13 now, and we are on to sanding, which is probably the most tedious and least visually exciting part of the drywall process. So we're gonna do a real quick sanding montage, and I will be right back to do a walkthrough tour of all the rooms with the finished drywall in there. So we're gonna start this drywall tour in the studio. And there's one little detail in here that I know I'm gonna get questions on because I posted a preview in my stories and a lot of people were commenting. There's a little step down in the soffit right here. So some type of step down was unavoidable because of the fact that the ceiling slopes pretty dramatically and we had to cover these ducts. The ducts run along parallel with the ceiling, so that meant that one end of the duct was higher than the other. That's the reason for the step down. The other option of having the step down right here, what I noticed is when they first put the step down in here and framed it out, having that close in as you're entering a room is just totally against feng shui or whatever that is. Basically, you don't want to have a constricting bottleneck that makes you feel closed in as you're entering a space. The third option also was making the entire ceiling of the hallway lower by about 2 inches, and I didn't want to do that because it's already a touch under 8 feet. So that's why I decided to go with this option for the step down instead of having it extend all the way across there. Let's head down to the bedrooms. We're gonna skip that bedroom because the guys are still working on the garage walls downstairs and they got a bunch of crap stuff in there. So let's go to the second one. Oh, look at that natural light. Look at it. Not a whole lot to say on these. This light is awesome from the skylights. They're about 10 by 15, good size closets. This one you're in is basically identical except a mirror image of the other one we didn't see. I can't really think of anything else to babble about, so let's head over to the master. Oh, and while we're on the way, let me just show you some quick shots of the current state of all the rooms on the other side of the hall. Can you see the smile on my face? I am just so excited. With the amazing skylights in here, it's got almost this museum-like quality. Side note, as I was doing these skylights, I realized why it is that museums usually don't have windows and often have atriums or skylights. It's because the light coming directly down from the sun is just so much better, so much more even, and makes the art look better. I kind of love that I'm gonna have that museum-like light in every single bedroom here. Puts a smile on my face. I think I mentioned that already. So moving around to this side of the room, you have to excuse, there's still some work that the plumber needs to do in here. So these are gonna be double barn doors here that open up, and I love how this is gonna allow the big, beautiful master bathroom and the master bedroom to kind of become one continuous space when you want, but obviously make them private too. And there actually is one other thing I wanted to talk to you about quickly in the master bathroom, so let's get on in here. So as I was editing the footage and putting the shower niche in, it occurred to me that not everyone is gonna know what this is or might recognize what it is when there's no tile in it. You're gonna have your tile on the entire wall, and then you put a different type of contrasting tile in the back here, and it creates a little shelf that's built right into the wall for all your shower accessories, shampoo, all that jazz. It's a cool custom feature. When people see it, they kind of love it, they want it. And by the way, I did record the whole process of framing this out. I've got a whole video worth of footage on a bunch of different custom features that I had to prepare for by taking advanced steps before the drywall went in inside the walls, like framing this niche, like adding custom supports for barn doors, custom supports for floating shelves and countertops, the Ethernet inside the walls that everyone's been asking about. I will be doing a video on at some point. I just have to keep this renovation moving forward. So that footage is gonna kind of sit in the vault for a little bit until I can get around to editing it. So now that the drywall is in, things are gonna start happening fast, at least I hope. Tomorrow, I'm gonna start painting everything using a sprayer on all the walls, so it should go super fast. Then coming back, putting in the hardwood floors, then trimming doors, then building out the entire guest bathroom. And at that point, I get to move in. Obviously, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe and bell button because you want to see this transformation as it happens. If you haven't watched the past videos in this abandoned building renovation, check out the playlist up there. That is it for this time, and I will see you guys next time.